got like this is the 158th. 158th. 2:20 anti-meridian AM Eastern Standard Time. March 2nd, 2026. March 2nd, 2026. Current time is 2:20 anti-meridian, 2:20 AM Eastern Standard Time, March 2nd, 2026. It's a Monday. Monday. Finally got some notifications. Activity on. A couple things start moving just a little bit. A couple things that went out there just a little bit. Not too much. Okay. Let's go. This is going to be Soggetto Cinquantato. Now, I do like those too. Man. Let me go ahead. We got 12 cents. Ended the day with 12 cents. It'll be alright, man. Now, the only thing, I had just said how to set up the whole video, and I was like, 2 is going to be easier. Why I didn't get the 2 all the way right? I did 3, just make it as if you can make it great later. The 3 was alright, but I knew how to whatchamacallit. I said 2 going to be way easier, going to be way smoother. I did the 2, and it was okay. This time it was okay as far as like the me on this side, and it doesn't interfere at all. But it was, and I had said it. As I was watching, I was like, all right, this one, I took it as the initial starter and lighten up of it. That was gonna be for the talking portion of the other one. What I forgot to do was to continue puffing after that one to give time for me to talk through the second one. I edited it up though. It's okay. We can try that. That one's way easier, and I can get that one done. Soggetto 59. Right? Soggetto 159. Let's get into it. Welcome to the graffiti jungle. Paulo Pulingue. Benvenuti nella giungla del graffiti. Questo è Impostore Rockstar. It's the fake Rockstar chat show. Pensieri Tangenziali, formerly known as Tangential Thoughts chat show. Shout out to my co-host and Doggy Heaven Bailey. Podcast Sweet Cigar. Cigar Talk Podcast. Learn Italian with Chief Gihareh. Soggetto is Italian for subject. Cento is Italian for 100. Cinquanta is 50 in Italian. Atto is 8 in Italian. Questo è soggetto 158. Questo è soggetto 158. Subject 158. Sono tuo capo, io sono. Chief Gihareh. We're doing it. We're doing it, people. We're doing it. 158, March 2nd, 2026. It's the first quarter of the year. A quarter of a year is 3 months. If you divide the year into 4, you get 3 months. So this is the first quarter. It's the last month of the first quarter. Did you have any goals for the year? What steps or actions did you take towards those goals? Are you going to modify and change them going into the second quarter of the year? Now, some people consider the spring equinox the real start of the new year. The Chinese New Year was in February 4th. The celebration was on February 17th. The spring equinox, somewhere around March 21st, Easter. Calend, calendar, Kalend. I think calends, where those were like taxes. This is why tax season ends in April. This is why you gotta file your taxes in April. Calends. The Romans used to have calends, and they just that was the whole tax season. The start of the new year was actually in April, which actually kind of tracks. If you go back, September, that's 7. Octagon, that's 8. So no November, decimeter, decimal like tens. December would be the 10th month. No, November would be the 9th month. October is the 8th month. September, 7th month. August, 6th month. July, Julius and Augustus Caesar. July would be the 5th. June would be the 4th. May would be the 3rd. What does that make? April the 2nd. And March. Come marching in, March would be the 1st month. It tracks. Are you tracking? It's a military term. Following. So other than that, very inauspicious. Not really. I just wanted to throw that in there. Took a nap, journal, design. 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. Buonasera. Buongiorno. Buonasera. And now we got these last 2. 6. Two. So other than that, I think it was music videos, it was fashion. It was a full day in that regard. Plenty of edits. All that stuff everything is loaded. Even the behind the scene ones for the members, and then the edited version, public. Everything, very much logged in. It was a really productive day. Really productive day. So this is like a celebratory. This is just like a celebratory, just end. Validation day, man. Validation day. Figured it all out. Still having to figure the days and the times out, man. I ain't watched One Piece or Eagle Eye. I gotta do that. I'm not tired, so I can still do that. I don't know. We'll think. I might end up watching some stuff and then try to just bow out gracefully. I don't know. This chapter, boy, it's been a long chapter, man. Been a long chapter. I am so eager to figure out the next chapter or to get to the next chapter. I'm so eager. But then, that one quote, it was like, you always in a rush. When you finally get to the destination, you realize it was the journey. It's been a journey. It's been a journey. I tell you. Yeah, keep on going. The only thing about life, if you could sum it up, keeps on going. With or without you. Yeah. Looking for the next little piece of excitement or something. Yeah. Man. Creatively, all the visual aesthetics I wanted to do. Why? Dope poem too, a poetry freestyle. That was nice. That was really nice. That was like going. That was a really nice freestyle. Um, Today, well, I didn't come in today with like set goals or nothing. So March 2nd. Here goes. Here go. Ergo. Ego. Let go my ego. Yeah. Yeah. These next 10 days will be something. I do have something to look forward to today. Man, I don't know. Sometimes I just be like, man, if I could just because it's like, when you start to do have something to look forward to, then it's like you don't want to jeopardize that. Man, you think you might want to go on a fast. I'm hungry, boy. Yeah, hunger. No Hunger Games. May the odds ever be in your favor. Legendary. Okay, I'm making an analogy. I saw this one, Jane. They was talking about Pokemon that don't get mentioned enough. Togepi. I haven't heard about Togepi in a long time. But an analogy. What's the analogy? Almost, kind of, sort of, not really. Hunger Games and The Purge. I just feel like, I don't know. Not that they're okay. One of the things I said, like, you could give certain animation studios, like, if you told every animation studio to like recreate, an episode in this style, like, if Attack on Titan animated Cowboy Bebop, or Cowboy Bebop animated Avatar, or One Piece animated this, or Dragon Ball Z animates Pokemon, something like that, right? I'm almost kind of relating to like with certain directors would have took certain concepts and really like pushed them to even further like limits or whatever. And that's what I'm kind of saying with like the Purge and Hunger Games. I think they're decent, you know what I'm saying? But the concept and the fleshing out of the idea could be so could still be so much like greater. Like that's why I think like the sequels still whatchamacallit, they still were able to do the sequels, and it would call for that. It called for that because it could have been even better. Like it was decent, it was good for like this idea in this installment, but it could have been better. And that would be one of them type of cool things where it's like, okay, give this director with whatever actors to do it, and how would they flush out the idea and the concept? Like, what would they have done with the movie? And so, parts would be the same, but with this director and these actors, it'd probably be a little bit whatever. I think that's like a cool concept or something to like play with. That's my knowledge between The Purge and The Hunger Games. I feel like that made sense. It may only make sense to just me, but I understand what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't have to make sense to anybody but you. I this is so weird. I can't believe this is me. I can't believe this is me right now. I would have never thunk it. I tell you that. If you asked me at 25, what would I look like and what would I be doing? If you asked me at 26, if you asked me at 27, it would not. This is crazy. Shit, if you asked me at 29, it would have been the idea in the grand scheme would have been way whatchamacallit. But it's gonna be something for sure, man. Something for sure. There was a one John that said, what is that? Oh, like with miracles, you have to live out all the other timelines in which whatever you want to like pull in, you gotta live out all those other timelines so that that one has no choice but to exist. And the miracle happens in that space. It's different. It's different. But it kind of sort of makes sense, right? Like, if you live through all this other, like, this has to come into existence because you lived out every other possibility in which it did not exist. Yeah, I'm just gonna finish this one. I ain't gonna switch up and whatever. Stick to this right here, man. I deserve this just to relax and chill. Today's a new day. Wake up, feel the time and whatever. It was really nice, man. Really nice, man. Try to do this again. What you do differently? The little things, the small things, all things matter. patch. Let me check on my patch. Yeah, there it is. Oh, I tried to. You're gonna do that. Maybe Wednesday or Thursday or something. Let me see. Even if we have to make a guess, an educated guess based off past experience, I would say I'd probably say Thursday at the latest. That'd be my educated guess if I had to like. Well, I'm not gonna say the latest. Friday would be Friday at the latest. You know, they ask, "Are you happy?" And you know it. Clap your hands. A really good thing, man. I really don't know. You don't know what you don't know. And then the things that you don't have figured out, not sure about, like the stress of whatever, credit scores and taxes and all this other stuff. And credit scores, taxes, and all that other stuff. But it's like, not with nothing, but you're just gonna live. Whether you address it or not. It's just mentality wise, and like you would want to do things, the right way with this and that. It was just like, okay, but it's is it easy to do the right thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, if it was easy to do the right thing, it was possible and it was feasible, people would do the right thing. I mean, what is right and what's wrong? And who's to decide that? Who's to decide that? You ever try to stop yourself from being happy? Soggetto, 150. We haven't had a flying pig this year. Birthday coming up. Bailey Jane. Ah, my eye. I spy with my little eye. So many parts. I don't know how to explain it. So many parts are like, like if you have like a goal or a vision or whatever, right? A goal or a vision. And parts of it are there, or you get close to, kind of, sort of, and just trying to put it all together. Like I did a interview with someone, and I'm like, this is the close I get to interviewing like a musician, a person who knows how to make an entire song. Taught me how to, you know, the actual, parts of a song, the makings of a song, and stuff like that. Having people model the brand and doing unboxing videos on the live, or might go here, and I'll take that as um, the content I'm able to use with that. What do you like about cigars? Because you can't inhale them? Uh, that is the primary reason. Not the, I don't know how to say primary, but like, that was one of the initial factors that made me comfortable to even start. Literally, because before that, you wouldn't never nothing. And then it was like, yo, you don't even inhale and you just told it. It's just, it's just something cool to do and this and the third. I was like, all right. I think what I like, even though I don't know my first cigar, I got a picture of me with it, and I appreciate that. I got a picture of my of when I first had my first one. I got a picture of it. It was kind of cool to see, like, somebody might save save your contact with a certain picture. I forget who it was, but somebody had saved that picture for my contact. Me with my first one. I actually, because I feel like it's around March. My first one ever might have been in March. So technically, I could have like, that'd be like an anniversary kind of sort of. I know the date, or I could find the date. I could find the date. I would need my iPad though. Mm. It's like those moments that are like, where you got to deal with the whatchamacallit. And then now is one of those moments where it's like, it's peaceful, right? And you really do get to enjoy it. Oh, all good things come to an end. I'm excited for some reason. Man, I wish I had more right now. Oh, I wish I had more. Just to keep going, man. Just to keep going. And just talk about nothing. On a planet, on a rock, floating through space. Just talk about nothing. Make something seem important. Or make it seem unimportant. It's finally nice to have those notifications to where it's have one something finally every couple seconds. That's cool. Respond. It was different. Things you don't see coming. What I really kind of appreciated if somebody reposted the actual link with the merch. That's like pushing it out a little bit further. I can't believe I even made this last this long. You usually don't never last this long. That is actually kind of cool. They usually don't ever last this long. Not this little cheap one. Today was a good day. Easy, man. I'm really looking forward to getting back to the time that I can do. Like, there'll be some days I actually do. It's like legitimate. I try not to overextend anything. Try not to. Or it's one of the things. Or should you? Always taking things on the positive side, but you take things on the other side and say, like, whatever your relationship is supposed to be with somebody, and you stress it to the point where it's either going to break or it's supposed to, you know what I'm saying, solidify regardless. So it doesn't matter in that sense, right? So should you exacerbate and try to do that anyway? Like, you know what I'm saying? Instead of like elongating it if it's going to end anyway. It's just a concept, it's philosophy, rhetoric. We don't have enough rhetoric and philosophy. I should have took a philosophy class. That's why I'm reading that book, Ideas That Matter, in the philosophy section. Learning about things, anarchy. I'm going to read that again. I'm looking forward to it. I'm reading. I am doing so many things, like, and that's why it's like kind of hard to even entertain the thought of this or that and to give up on, and because it would be taken away from time I could be spending thinking about more things that I would rather do and want to do. Like, I'm reading, I'm writing poetry, making videos, acting, Pokemon, talking about all this. I'm doing a lot of things that I enjoy doing. The Joe Rogan. I stopped doing the things that I don't want to do and fill my days with activities that I do want to do until my day only became things that I want to do. It doesn't matter what I do, it's only things I want to do and I enjoy doing anyway. It's those types of things. Even like having a camera crew. Just for a couple of days, it was nice, you know? You know what I'm saying? Like, so many things, even like with the fashion and the brand, just being able to create design. I used to have to paint all this stuff. I used to have to paint my logo. Bro, I literally got a video where I'm wearing shirt, I think jacket, maybe even the hat. If I put the fedora on, then the fedora would count. I gotta look at the video. But the fedora, I put my I burned the logo into that shirt, drew the logo on that. Same thing with the jacket, the pants, and then it was with the shoes. I'm gonna look at them. But now it's like being able to do certain stuff, like the Yeezy boots excited me today. With the Project Ascension, like having my own boots type of thing. I seen what you call boots and I ain't like it. I ain't like it. Bro, they need to bring these boots back, bro. I want to buy more of those. I would buy I would buy 4 pair of Yeezy boots. 2 sand, 2 black. Why am I saying that? Why did I say 4? Hold on. I'm thinking of like 1 of the sand and 1 of the black I can still wear out in public. And 2 just for safekeeping. Just for safekeeping, I think. Yeah. That was 150. 150.